Engines roaring, feel the beat, Ryan and John can't be beat, on the Fastlane, so sleek, gotta rev up, hit the street, ooh yeah, Fastlane, all night, feel the speed, feel the light, join the ride, hold on.
And we're back in the fast lane, ladies and gents. Head of the Formula One season, proudly brought to you by Breitling Watches. I'm rocking on the white strap now.
Nice, I like it.
B70. Also, our friends at eBet, and of course, not forgetting Sunlum Private Wealth. Where in the next couple of weeks, we'll also be able to part with some information about you and how you could possibly look at diverting your portfolios wherever they may be currently.
Yep.
Let's talk. I'm so excited.
Beyond.
Formula One is back. And now, if you're tired of seeing John and my beautiful faces, I'm about to say ugly faces, we've got a very special guest coming up soon on the podcast. Keep watching. A Formula One icon, great friend of the show, and a great friend in general will join us. Ralf Schumacher will join us live on the line before we head off to Australia. John, local motor racing, before we get there, we love to talk the oval dirt karts happening again this weekend.
Yeah, such a great platform for the youngsters to start racing, and very competitive categories. You know, there's so many different types of formulas, in South Africa.
Yes.
And I just think, it's great to see that the classes, the amount of competitors in the field starting to grow, and sponsors, come on guys, get behind the local oaks, because that's where it begins. We all got to start somewhere. So, and then something different. We're seeing Kings of Dirt. I probably got it wrong, but it's something Dirt Grinders or Eat My Dust.
Buckies.
It's with Buckies, and it's out in Worcester. I tell you what, that could be really fun. I mean, 2 days of absolute drag racing, and apparently they got a Bucky there with 800 odd kilowatts. But you can imagine how interesting this would be, and the kind of vehicles that we might see there, and especially Buckies being such a big thing in South Africa. It must be quite exciting. So that's something new, and something that will be definitely a first.
I've never understood in a rugby country, in a rugby, Bucky, Bry, Brandy country, all the bees,
the name,
right?
yeah.
Out of all the bees, I've never understood why motor manufacturers have not taken Bucky's butter, and I know he's been used in other things, and use him in an advert cleverly.
Yes.
To go Bucky's, and then Bucky's going, what? And then going for the best Bucky's, whatever. Come on, motoring manufacturers, you got an icon in the form of Bucky's butter, whose name is Bucky's.
And he's
We're
built like a
Bucky's,
Bucky.
and he's tough like a Bucky.
Yeah.
Built Bucky, tough Bucky's.
But-
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Yo, do we have to do the marketing for these people?
Come on. Gravel Kings is the name
Gravel
of it.
Kings.
Yeah, so
all the best out there.
So that's local. Rallycross is also happening at the Killarney International Raceway, so that's always exciting. Mixed surfaces, so go and support the local guys.
And of course, John, this weekend, Formula One, it's Australia. A good friend of ours, Ralf Schumacher, who joins us live on the line ahead of a massive weekend of Formula One. Ralf, good to chat with you again.
Thank you. Good morning together.
Good morning. Ralf, we are so excited about the start of the Formula One season, and I know that you've been equally excited. You've got some exciting things on the go as well. You and Peter have got this amazing podcast, but we'll end our conversation very quickly with that, because people can follow it here in South Africa too. Let's talk this weekend. Will we see Red Bull's feathers being ruffled this weekend when it comes to the opening of the Formula One season?
Well, I'm pretty sure Red Bull, after Adrian Newey left his position, Red Bull went through a rough time. And you could tell us in the test days that, Max Verstappen was not too bad, but the car is not where it should be. So
Sure.
I guess if they're not even number 3, so what I would guess, McLaren is really strong, then Ferrari, and then maybe Red Bull. If the Red Bull might be good, then it's only Max Verstappen who, has the extra speed.
Yeah, so talk about Ferrari, Ralf. Do you think that Lewis' experience in the short period that he's had would have brought something to that team to see them go to that next step of winning more races?
Well, I guess that team has done its next step, because both drivers, Carlos and Charles, did a great job last year in developing. And yes, sure, the feedback, and especially also from the engine side, because the Mercedes is supposed to be one of the strongest engine, I'm sure Lewis did help. But also for him, it's a new team, new engineer, all new crew, so it will take him some time, I'm pretty sure. Don't forget, we have this limited amount of testing in Formula One these days.
Yeah. And the junior drivers we see, there's a lot of pressure now stepping up, but nice to see more junior drivers getting opportunities. I think it's going to be exciting with so many on the grid this year.
It is great, and it's a good sign for Formula One because, all those kids spend so much money, so much time with their families, and yet a lot of them have been sent to America and elsewhere. Now we have all those new kids. I'm sure Behrman is very strong, but sitting in the wrong car maybe to show up. Lawson will have a tough time, although he's not a rookie anymore. Bortoletto is the biggest question mark. It's very quiet around him, which is kind of unfair, but people don't know him. And, he's next to Nico Hülkenberg, which is a great qualifier, but both of them are in a horrible car, to be fair. It's just supposed to be one of the slowest car on the grid so far, at least. After test.
Ralf, listen, I'm loving the podcast that you do. I wish I mean, you know that I'm learning German just so that you and I can improve our friendship. You and Peter, very insightful. People can follow that podcast as well. Give Ralf a follow on social media, please. Ralf, before the season starts, who do you think are the, I mean, everyone's a danger player. Who do you specifically think we should be surprised to see?
Well, surprised to see what I have to say. Gasly did a good test. So they might, it was already interesting to see how they raised their level in the course of last year, especially him. Yeah. So we'll be surprised to see how he's doing with this car this year. Plus, Mick Dooney's Jack Doohan is under pressure. Flavio Briatore already said if he doesn't perform. So that'd be interesting if Colapinto gets a second run. That's something very interesting to watch. Obviously, all the new drivers, new team. Carlos Sainz in the Williams, he showed up at the test. But let's hope it wasn't without fuel, because then it would explain it. So for him to go from Ferrari to Williams is not so easy. But he obviously is doing the job. So also interesting will be to find out how good is Albon. Remember he had to leave Red Bull. Then people said, "Well, he's amazing," but now next to Carlos Sainz, he has to show how strong he is.
I can't wait, ladies and gents. Ralf Schumacher, thank you, sir. Listen, safe flight, my friend. I'll chat to you later.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks, bye-bye. Hey, how insightful was that?
I mean, no better person to give us exactly what's going on in Formula One. I mean, with his experience and knowledge, not only from the driver's point of view, but what goes on behind the scenes is really cool.
And hell of a nice guy and a great entrepreneur as well, whose wines you and I have had the fortune of blazing through many, many bottles of his red wine with him. The number one, we don't get it in South Africa. It's called number one. It's the red cuvee from Schumacher Wines. It's in, never mind the luxury collection that he has available as well. And Ralf, thank you for your time, my friend.
So exciting, Formula One. Can't wait.
We have been behind the wheel of a Prado, and it lasted just a couple of... This, unfortunately, has been sold. Let's go and have a look from the Roller Luxury Collection at the all-new Toyota Prado. And in the Fastlane this week, John, we're in the all-new Toyota Land Cruiser 300 series. It's got a 3-litre engine. This one's the diesel. This is kind of that entry-level spec that's at the Roller Luxury Collection at the moment. 1.4 million, and it's sold, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen. Everything we touch turns to gold. This one's sold. Yay.
No surprise. Within 24 hours, it's gone.
Lots to love about this car, John. Loads of space interiors. Yep. The one thing that you've noticed, and it's quite important, is...
the cloth seats.
Cloth seats.
Quite unusual, because you don't see that these days. So when I climbed
in, I was like... When last did you touch cloth?
Oh, just the other day when I was on the racetrack.
Really? I touch cloth every time I'm with you in a car. I almost touch cloth.
Yeah, well, I mean, we said maybe seat covers. Yeah. I think it's a good option.
Absolutely.
Sheepish ones is trending.
The fur. Apple bottom jeans. Seats with the fur. You got the whole club. Oh, sorry. Anyway, that is a definite. I would definitely add. And there's another Land Cruiser 300.
Did he wave?
No.
Is that not a thing?
It's a thing for Land Rovers. You're supposed to wave. Or mini drivers, apparently,
because they stand
still
quite a lot.
Stop it.
Oh, well.
I would take this car. I love this car. It's a great car. It's got all the bells and whistles. It really does go faster. This is quite a quirky engine. The one thing about Toyota is they're very high revving engines in general.
They are.
I've got the Hilux GRS, and it's you've got to give that 2.8 litre horns to get it going. Once it gets going, it's a different story.
But also, I mean, obviously we're driving in the city, so you do tend to want to be in a bit more of a hurry. I think we generally drive these cars actually too quickly.
I think you're right.
For the purpose of what it's built for.
A lot of Toyotas in the northern suburbs of Cape Town. It is the car of the northern northern suburbs of Cape Town. We see you, Toyota drivers.
We do.
We see your Fortuner favors the brave. I love it. Speaking of the new Fortuner, we're going to be in that soon. We didn't get invited to the launch, but we are getting possession of one to drive and test for you, which we'll have for you soon. Like I said, this Land Cruiser, gotta love this. This is a lot of car.
It's a pity they didn't have us there, you know. They're missing out.
You guys are missing
They're
out.
missing out.
Toyota, please
Come on.
invite us to your events. We'd love to come and cover them and give you extra PR, give you extra little bit of love.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. We've still got a press vehicle on our way, so can't wait. And it's always better to drive them in our own time.
Exactly.
Get to feel them, get to live with them.
Definitely.
Get to go head to head with the Fastlane's Hilux GRS.
And
We'll
such
put
a
Fortuner
benchmark
GRS.
that Hilux is.
Wow.
I mean, hard to beat that.
Yeah, it's not a Bucky, it's a Hilux. I love it.
Exactly.
Thank you very much, Brandon. Looking forward to seeing what you bring us next week in the Fastlane. And what a pity it's sold. Literally, we had it for a week. We got a phone call from Brandon to say it's gone. We are sitting, unfortunately, again, it looks like, with another car in the stable from him. But this week also saw the launch of the all-new Fortuner, which is being sent to us. They now have a GRS in the Fortuner range.
See so.
They had the big launch. Toyota, thanks for sending us to the launch. No, they didn't. We don't get invited to that.
I see they also got that challenge, that Toyota challenge.
Didn't get invited to that either, but it's
thanks.
fine. We are going to be testing the all-new Fortuner GRS, and we'll give you a little update on the upgrades and what it is. As you know, we have in the fleet the Hilux GRS that I have as my personal vehicle that I drive. It's a great vehicle, love it. And we'll try and put them head-to-head, the Hilux GRS versus the Fortuner GRS. And not really versus, more how they both work and how, they are to drive and live with on a daily basis. From that to the all-new Breitling boutique that's opened up at the V&A Waterfront, to the Vault, to our friend Justin DeVaris, to Yuri, who heads up the stable there for them. Congratulations on the all-new boutique. Let's pop in and have a look at what's happening at the waterfront. John, a quick sneak peek. We're outside the Breitling boutique, the all-new Breitling boutique. Can't wait to get inside there next week. We're going to be in the store having a look at what Breitling have brought to Cape Town in the first ever boutique in the waterfront. It's a busy waterfront, as it is always, and I think where they're positioned under the escalator near the food court is incredible. Nice place to be. We'll find out from our friends and partners at Breitling what's in store. The boutique coming up next week. Well, and then also speaking of an update on places, let's take a very quick look. We managed to pop into very quickly to Orms as well. Who this weekend will be running a very special thing for content creators. We managed to catch up with Jason Ormrod, who is the owner and now MD of, he's the family owner, but the MD of Orms, to find out more about what's taking place this weekend, as well as Roger from Canon. All right, John, inside Orms, our favorite place for technology. We come here for everything because they've got everything. It's a creator's dream. One-stop shop for literally everything. Emirates, listen, it's a big weekend for Orms. What's going down?
Oh, flip, man. It's going to be the biggest content creation event of the year. We've got a ton of incredible speakers coming through, a bunch of really cool activations from top brands like Canon, Nikon, Sony, and many more as well. And come through. I mean, it's like, we don't want to sell it as a photography event. It's a content creation networking event. If you have a content creation business or you're just starting out and you want to grow your business, there's going to be industry professionals here that you can talk to directly one-on-one and really get some inside knowledge to grow your business as a content creator, and get a ton of tips and tricks from top creators.
What I love about this is that Orms is pioneering the space for creators to come together, to your point, whether you're new, a novice starting out, whether it's a passion, a hobby, whether it's a profession, for people that are like-minded to come together and have these discussions and have this community come together. It really is a special occasion, and you do not want to miss out on this. What are the times of operation? What time are you guys opening up? Is it too late to enter if I'm watching this and I'm going?
No, not too late. Never too late. So basically, it's going to be running on Saturday, Friday, and Saturday.
Cool.
From 10 to 3:30.
Love it.
Tickets are still available on our website. It's only 50 Rand. There's free
Jeez,
coffee,
what a bargain.
free boss-sized tea. I mean, really, it's going to be an awesome time. We've got burgers swinging from mostly harmless food trucks, some really good smash burgers.
You had me at $50 and it includes coffee.
Absolutely.
And now the burgers are going to be there. I don't say no to burgers. Guys, come on down. See Em and the team at Orms. There's an incredible opportunity for you to meet some of the faces behind the brands as well. And of course, get you close and your hands on, because there's nothing like experiencing the products as well that are available on Orms or Orms Direct for you to go and check out. There we go.
So cool.
That's what's happening.
Yes,
that's what's
happening.
going down. A lot this weekend.
I mean, the year's kicked off. It's Formula One. I mean, there's a lot to be excited about. There's also two wheels happening this weekend in Argentina.
Right.
So come on, Brad, let's get on that podium. So that's going to be exciting. Obviously, as we've seen Marc Marquez dominating. Are we going to see it again? I don't know, but it's likely very, very possible.
Love it. Guys, have a good weekend. Enjoy. Come on, Ferrari. Forza Ferrari.
Team Williams.
Williams is going Williams Racing. It's going to be a great weekend down under in Australia, mate. Hi, have a great weekend,
Yeah,
mate. Put a
mate.
shrimp on the barbie. Huge thanks to Breitling, to eBet, and of course, Sunlam Private Wealth. We'll be back in the Fastlane next week.
Engines roaring, feel the beat, feel the beat. Ryan and John can't be beat, on the fast lane. So sleek, so sleek. Gotta rev up, hit the street, hit the street. Ooh.